Hello everyone, welcome back. In the last class, I was explaining about the basic setting in which I was explaining fiscal year variant, and I haven't completed it yet. There are still few more things which I have to explain. In the last class, I was explaining about the year shift. The year shift comes in the concept when we follow non-fiscal year, and also the year shift can only be -1 or +1. I have explained you by taking the example of April to March, where I have explained you about the -1 concept. But today, again, we will take a different example and I will be covering both -1 and +1 as well, right? So, say the year, I have corrected it in the last class as well. This will be months, right? Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Okay, these are the months, the 12 periods. In case if we follow calendar year, there is no confusion. January will be the first period, February second, and likewise the remaining of the periods will be followed. But in case if we follow the non-calendar year, say I take the example of July to June in this case, fine. Let's see, our non-fiscal year or non-calendar year is July to June. So in this situation, July will be what? First month, the first period. August will be second period, and similarly, the rest of the periods will be followed, right? Now, say, as I told you, that we have to ask our client what period they actually want to follow, which fiscal year. So, say for example, we are currently in 2024, right? So, if our client says that from July onwards they want to prefer 2024 itself. So, in this situation, what will be our year shift? Now, say currently we are in 2024 only, right? And whenever the invoice is posted, as I told you, it is getting posted as per our calendar year. So, in case if any invoice gets posted during this period, July, August, September, October, November, December, it will be of 2024. So, 2024 our client want, and 2024 is what the invoice will be posted till December. So we'll say if there is an invoice dated 31st December 2024, right? We are in 2024 to 25 financial year, correct? So in this situation, what will be our posting period variant? From period year to period year, right? So, Z Entertainment, I am taking this example. Posting period variant was same, ZE89, I have configured it. Now, as per July, if we are following July to June, December is what? December is sixth period, right? So the period six need to be open, right? Now, sorry, here, right? And the year will be 2024. Say, for example, if our client wants 2024 to be followed. So, as of this, will the invoice will be posted successfully? Yes. SAP will check whether the invoice is of 31st December 2014. According to December, SAP will check The first, SAP will check fiscal year variant. So December is falling in 6 months. Then SAP will check whether it has the permission to post this invoice. So it will go and check posting period variant settings. Here the sixth period is open. Now SAP got a signal that yes, it can post the invoice dated this. But SAP will not only restrict itself till period. It will also check the year, whether the year is open or not. And as per our client, they want 2024. So if 2024 is only the what client want and the invoice is also 2024 only, will there be any year shift? No, correct? So from the July to December, the year shifting will be 0000. Correct? Now SAP will check fiscal year variant. There is zero shifting of year. That means कि 2024 has to be open. And here, if when it checks 2024 is open, this invoice will be posted. But when if say it's 1st of January 2000, as I told, invoice will be posted as per the calendar year. Now, January in during when we attend January, we basically came into a new year, right? So now the year will be shifted from 2024 to 2025, right? So now what SAP will see in this situation, the settings of fiscal year variant will be what? See, the 12 periods of client will be completed in the month of June. Client wants it to be 2024, as I told you, because 12 periods will be completed starting from July, ending at June, right? But as per the calendar year, 2024 will be ended in the month of December. And as we attend January, we reached in the year 2025. But client wants 2024. So from 2024, if we have attended 2025, client wants 2024, then what we have to do the year shift? Minus 1 year shift, right? Because 2025 minus 1 is what? 2024. So in this situation, the year shift from January till June will be what? Minus 1. So in this situation, if the invoice is dated 1st January 2025, the SAP will what it check? It first check company code, then it will check fiscal year variant. It came to know that we are following July to June. Then it will see that whether the period is open or not. Here the period has to be 7, right? And then it will check the year. SAP will check here the invoice dated is 25. What is the instruction given in the fiscal year variant? In the fiscal year variant, the instruction is that we have to shift minus 1. We have to be back to the previous year. We have to deduct 1 from the current fiscal year. So if the current fiscal year is 2025, we have to move 1 year back, right? We have to minus 1 from the current fiscal year, which is 2024. So here now, what has to be open? 2024. So if 2024 is open and seventh period is open, will this invoice will be posted? Yes, because here the seventh period is also open as per the January and 2025 we have instructed go minus 1 back to previous year, deduct minus 1 from it, which means 2024, and 2024 is also open. So this invoice will be posted. Right? So this, I hope I have given enough example of minus 1. So I believe that you have a clear understanding now. Now let's see what will be the situation of plus 1 in case when the year shift of plus 1 will come into picture. Now say now If our client wants that from July to, we are in the financial year 2024 to 25, right? But our client want that from July onwards 2025 to be followed. But as per the, as I told, invoice will be posted as per the calendar year. That we are into the 2024 till December, right? So from July to December, invoice will be posted for the financial year 2024. But our client want that from July onwards 2025 to be started. That means that we have to always listen to our client, right? So from 2024, how we can reach to 2025 with plus 1 year shift, right? If we add one, we get 2025, right? So here the instruction will give to SAP is that we will instruct SAP that you have to take 1 year forward from July till December. Plus one, plus one, plus one, plus one, plus one. Now, after reaching December, we attended a new year, which is what 2025. Now we are already into 25, and client also wanted 2025, right? So, is there any difference between this 2025 this 2025? No, right? Earlier, here the calendar year was 2024. So we have to take 1 year forward, right? Plus one. But now when we actually attended 2025, there is no shifting of year. We have, we, even the client wants the same year, right? So the year shift will be what? From January to June, the year shift will be what? Zero. So this is the concept of year shift. Now, let's move to the next concept, which is now the next concept is even the concept of year dependent and year independent comes in fiscal year variant. Okay, fiscal year can be of two categories. What? Fiscal year, or you can say financial year, can be of two categories. One is dependent year, and another one is independent year. Fine. What do you mean by independent? Independent itself as the question, as the word states, that it is independent. It is not dependent on anybody. So which year will be independent? Any year of 12 period will be independent, right? Whether it be January to December, whether it be April to March, whether it be October to September, or whether it be July to June, because all this period has 12 months and it is not dependent, right? If January ends at 31st, February ends at 28 or 29, depends on the leap year. March ends at 31st. There is no change in this. The month will be starting at first and the month will be ending either at 30, 31st, and 28 or 29 if it is February period. So there is no confusion in it. So this is what independent year. Hope you are clear about it, right? And it is a one time setting. We will do the setting one time because it's obvious that January will start from 1st and January month will end at 31st. So there is no regular settings we need to do in independent year. Whereas what is dependent year? Dependent year is year when a month and year end differently than this calendar month or year. Here, sometimes it can happen that month will start from say 15 January and it will end on 14th February. Or there can be a situation where it can be decided in every Friday month ends. Okay. There can be different situation, or it can be like January 1st till February 2 will be our first period, February 3 to March 2nd will be our second period. So it is very different, and it is a regular setting. It's not necessary that 2024, if the client is following this way of starting and ending of year, in 2025 we have to change, right? Because every Friday month and the period in every Friday, or the date in every Friday in the next year will be different. It's obvious, right? Even the client can make necessary changes, because here the month also starting at different period, different date, month is in fact ending at different date. So there is no regular consistency in it. There is no obvious thing in it. So it is in such situation where there is like not specific period like January, February, March, all as we know, like days or 28 or 29 days. March will end at 34. There is 31 days in it. Here the days are also not equal. If every Friday month is ending, then what does it mean? That from Sunday till Friday, there will be one period. Then next Saturday, again till Friday, will be what? Second period. So you can understand, right? There can be so many of periods. So even dependent years also, sometimes it's not necessary that it will be 12 periods. It can be lesser than be 12 periods also. And when a period is less than 12 period, we call it as shortened fiscal year. And generally, we see this shortened fiscal year at the time of merger and acquisition. During merger and acquisition, we generally see this shortened fiscal year. So we can say that shortened fiscal year is a fiscal year which has less than 12 period, and it is one kind of dependent year only, right? So this is fiscal year. Fiscal year can be dependent as well as independent. Independent is our regular 12 period. Dependent is where either the month or year end differently, and it is a regular setting. One of the kind of dependent year is shortened fiscal year. So this is, I have explained you about the filled status variant, or sorry, fiscal year variant. The only thing remaining is configuration. Now see, for taking one, explaining you fiscal year variant, it almost took me 2 to 3 classes. So please, I request whoever is watching my video, do subscribe, because it at least helped me to get an honest feedback from you, people like you who are watching my video, that you are liking it, so that I can, it is also a mode of motivation for me, that I am working in a right way, and I keep doing right thing, and I keep teaching in the way I am teaching you since so far. So, you know, if you subscribe, or if you comment, or you share, it's a just, you can say it's a token of appreciation for me, because I'm really, if you see whichever video you watch on the YouTube, there is not, it's so much in detail explanation. I am spending almost preparing it, explaining you in detail, so that at least when you face the interviews, you won't feel something new. At least you people be aware about this small concept, because cracking interview or facing getting an interview call is not easy. Secondly, cracking it also not easy. So you can only crack provided if you have such in-depth knowledge about, SAP, whichever module. Since I am teaching you FI, I can only talk you about the FI module. So it's an honest request to you all, and genuine request to you all, that if you are liking it, please do like, share, and also comment and subscribe to my channel. So the remaining is what we have to do, the setting and the configurations. So this I will explain you in our next class. There is only the configurations is remaining. So am ending this class here itself. And in the next class, I will explain you, or I will show you how the configuration part is done, whatever I have explained you here, how we configured it in our SAP server. So thank you and have a good day.